Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. This is halfway through the semifinals. The other semifinal looks like Zabro did take down game number 1. Matty, got to be working on that one, I assume, here in game number 2. Did choose what appears to be Tal'Darim Altar. Yeah, Tal'Darim Altar. Now, this is a TvT. Yikes, so we're going to have a TvP final no matter what happens here. But Zabro already gearing up to be in great shape. Zabro is our pink Terran, kicking it over here in the bottom left-hand corner. And in the bottom right, we do find Matty spawning as the red Terran. So pink and red, they're gearing up for February, apparently. You know, those good old-fashioned hearts and, what do you call that? Valentine's Day stuff. But it looks like a wall-off going down for both players in just about the same style. Not too bad of a deal there. And a gas. Ooh, look at that. Now that's an early gas. Zabro going for a very, very early gas here. And Matty not doing so. So we'll assume a more standard opener here from Matty. But I am interested. Looks like probably a Reaper opening from Zabro is my guess. Reaper openings can be fairly effective. Zabro here. Working though, it looks like no barracks quite yet, and Matty is beating him to the punch on the barracks. Where's your barracks? There we go. There's the barracks for Zabro. Looks like it was delayed just mostly because of that refinery. Notice he's mining gas here right away. Wow, got mining down before the 2-minute mark is going to be fairly effective. Second barracks going down here for Matty. And so 2 racks so far. We'll see if he's going to just do some 2 racks pressure, or if in take an expansion, or if he is going to go for kind of a 1-base play here as well. But looks like the barracks going to be complete in just a few moments for Zabro, and I think we can expect to see a tech lab go down here momentarily. Looks like that second barracks here for Matty is about to go down, and Zabro going to take this opportunity to harass an SCV in his building a supply depot home. But the scout for Matty does finally make it over here. You can't really tell what time this gas was built, but we do see no tech lab going down on this barracks. Looks like he is going to try and grab a Marine out first, get the scout out of his base, and then probably see the tech lab go down immediately. Indeed, indeed. Tech lab, anytime. And Zabro going to evacuate with his Marine there. He's not going to be able to chase that guy down. And still no tech lab. He's going to be working on a second Marine. But factory first, so it looks like maybe it's a 1-1-1 off 1 gas is probably going to be a better guess, I think, at this point. Yeah, it is. Wow. Interesting. 1-1-1. Going to try and make this happen off 1 gas. Do have your tech lab finally going down, but it's not for Reapers at this point. I can tell you that. Yeah, so factory going to be working on some Hellions. He's going to have Hellions, Marines, and maybe some tanks. I'm not sure. I don't know if he's going to grab tanks or not, but he definitely will have some Banshees in the mix there. Probably also a Raven for that point defense drone. Super effective. Matty, in the meantime, is going to be securing a command center, but will have to worry about this potential push. Factory, though, complete. Still working on Hellions, and we do have your first Banshee on the way. Looks like more Marines as well. Zabro gearing up to be in fairly good shape. Here comes a Marine push, however, from Matty. Looks like the Hellions should be fairly effective here, though. Some good heal going down on this Hellion who cruised out. Did find these guys. Oh. Nice. The Hellion's able to pick these guys off there fairly quickly. Marines do count as light, and Hellions love to do additional damage to light units. Look at that. It's plus 6 damage. Makes it 14 damage instead of 8. Heck of a lot more, and 8 stacks a lot quicker against a Marine whose health is only 45 to begin with. So great stuff there. Looks like Zabro should have a pretty sizable army here in just a few moments, but he is going to be working on a second Banshee. He's got his first cruising out across the map already, and going to start the harassment right away. We do have a bunker going down for Matty, but is it going to be enough? He just lost a lot of Marines. Currently, a little bit of pause action there. That's all right. So we'll zoom in on these guys in the dark. Looks like these are doing some night ops, it appears. Oh, the pauses, it happens, it's alright. Yep, go for it. There we go. Oh. There we go. Looks like Matty is currently ready. And here comes your Banshee, picking up 1 kill so far. And the bunker going to be complete. A couple Marines hopping on in there. Looks like a pretty nice little position for them at the front door for now. Going to give them some armor versus those Hellions. Going to be super effective, but your Banshee still in great position here. You're cruising into the mineral line here momentarily. You start picking up some more kills. That's 2, 3 kills now. Gotta stay away from those Marines, however. Those Marines really can put a lot of hurt on that Banshee there fairly quickly. So Matty gonna should be okay for just a little while, but looks like your run by has commenced for Zabro. Gonna clear out this mineral line. Picking off your SCVs as they come out. And it looks like that Banshee did go down here. Kind of interesting. Looks like the rest of these guys will finally get blasted away. Checking on your units tab, 30 SCVs for Matty, which is really good considering the amount of harassment that he's taken thus far. Zabro, in the meantime, does have just 23, but is securing a second base as well. It's not quite complete, but it will be shortly. Zabro, in the meantime, is going to be cruising out across the field with 4 Hellions and 4 Marines. Kind of an interesting unit composition, as well as 1 Banshee kicking it over here towards the backside of the base. To the natural he goes. We'll see if this is going to go well for him or not. A couple worker kills there fairly quickly, but Matty in decent position to hold this off. Nice play here. Hellions from the low ground as the Banshee scouts the air. Wow. Beautifully cleaned out there by Zabro, who is still slightly behind there economically, but not by tons at this point. This is really going to help him even that out. A couple more Marines trying to hold this guy off, but Zabro, be able to poke in, is going to be able to kill a lot more SCVs now at this point. A couple more of your Marines really trying to stave off this Banshee, but they've got to stay away from that Hellion. Smart little maneuver here. I like the positioning of these units. Wow, Banshee down to 2 HP. Well done there from Matty. The units tab does show Matty still ahead in the SCV count, unbelievably in many respects. And Zabro just at the 30. Really got to be beefing up that economy here, I think. Looks like we are going to see a little bit of SCV transfer headed out. A couple more barracks going down for Zabro. And looks like another reactor. Do have a starport out. Looks like it probably is going to cruise over here to the reactor is my assumption at this point. Meantime, Matty is going to gear up for an attack of his own. Here comes your counter. A couple more gas going down as well. And in the main, it is more... Oh, sorry, 2 factories. Wow, double factories here for Matty. So it looks like mech transition for just a little while. Not a bad little play. Matty does have a superior army right now. Not by tons, but it does indeed. Taking out 1 Hellion at a time is always extremely effective. These guys do have stim at the ready. And it looks like that was enough to force Zabro back. Even brought back his Banshee. So this Banshee's picked up 15 kills. Still alive. It was down to 2 HP. Is now healed up in pretty good style. Going to be back at it here. Going to hit this mineral line once more. Marines here not quite able to take it out. There's only just the 2 of them. Banshee picks up those 2 kills as well as a couple worker kills here. And interesting. Matty did cruise around to the backside for just a moment. Should have been able to take these guys out. Looks like some stim Marines should be able to stave off this Banshee. But I'll tell you what, man. Matty's got to be careful of this Banshee attack. It's really done a lot of damage. 23 kills on this guy. Or lady, I should say. Look at that little girl in there. But Zabro now with a bunch of tanks out on the field. Appears to be in pretty decent defensive position. and is currently up 1 game. That's the best part. Oh, excuse me, I need some juice. That's the best part for Matty, or for Zabro rather, being up 1 game in this best of 3. Keeping the pressure on Matty, so Matty cannot make a mistake. He's got to be able to take this game down, otherwise he will find himself not in the finals. And that is a no fun position to be in when you're this good of a player. Now we do have those double factories now out on Tech Labs. Going to be working on some serious tanks here. He's got a whole bunch of tanks already out on the field, man. He's pumping these guys out to the nth degree. Good bunch of Marines here as well. They do have +1/+1 complete. No upgrades on the tanks quite yet. He's working on infantry armor and infantry weapons. Level 1 over at Zabro's base, so he's about to be on +1/+1 as well, but no tank weapons either, so we'll see how that's going to play out. Matty is currently ahead in that upgrade. That's a really nice place to be. Upgrades really make a difference in these mirror matchups. Third going down here for Matty. Looks like probably going to fly that one out here to those rocks that he just destroyed. Zabro doing the same type of deal, destroying some rocks here. Where is the expansion for Zabro? Don't see. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's a barracks. Never mind. Oh, there it is right there. Zabro. I knew he built one. I saw it on the production tab earlier. So there we go. It is going to be an orbital command before it flies out here. And same type of deal here for Matty, I assume, but is a little bit behind on the third here, comparatively speaking to Zabro. Zabro did destroy those rocks. He's got a nice little arc of Marines here now. It's always fun to see these guys lined up like that. So very well. Do you want me to pause it, JJ? JJ says he has to go for just a second. He hopes that he's back soon enough to watch this. He doesn't want it to end. So maybe we should just pause it for him. Do you think I should do that? Probably shouldn't, huh? Cool, but Zabro here with a pretty good defensive posture. Looks like Matty getting a little bit aggressive potentially. Looks like we do have movement from both players, however. Matty, or somebody needs to catch wind of this. First person to siege, going to be your winner. Looks like these guys sieging just about the same time, but Matty may be getting the shots off first. Indeed he does, and Zabro going to be in a little bit of trouble here, I think. Air superiority, however, does go to Zabro. Just for half a second, but his tanks down to just the 2. Tanks. Love it when tanks aren't in siege mode. They're actually fairly effective even out of siege mode, man. They do a pretty decent amount of damage. They shoot a heck of a lot faster, too, which is really, really nice. Looks like Matty is going to take this opportunity to go ahead and secure the third. In a pretty good time. The units tab shows 64-64 SCV count. Wow. Oh my goodness. Even Steven. Got to love that. We do have Zabro working on some serious upgrades here. +2/+2 for the infantry and +1 vehicle weapons as well. Matty in the meantime, no vehicle weapons. Still no upgrades beyond the 1/1. For these infantry either, so Matty just going to have to rely on brute force here, it appears, and superior numbers of Marines, I'm guessing, but armory going down, that is going to help open some of that up here, open up that tech pattern, so we should see that +2/+2 go down here momentarily. Matty is cruising out to the center of the map, has a heck of a lot of tanks, and that's the best part. Was really able to, to keep those tank numbers up in that exchange out here in the center of the map, and that makes a very, very big difference. Looks like Zabro going to try and get in position to defend this, but I assume that we're going to see Matty sieging up here fairly quickly. Should blast these guys away. Tank sieging up for Zabro in good position. Good scan going down there by Zabro, trying to reveal these guys. Looks like the sieging going to commence again. Now Matty leapfrogging forward here. Looks to be in pretty good shape. Marine Wars looks like, oh my goodness, Zabro just barely holding on to more Marines. That guy has been healed up like crazy, that last standing Marine. Just a moment there. And Matty going to have to back out here, it appears. Great little play there from Zabro. Matty's still way ahead, though, in the supply count, though. Look at this enormous army that Matty has massed up behind that. Oh my goodness. And here we go, repush. If at first you don't succeed, push again. that is Matty's motto at this point. Zabro is securing a 4th, however, so if he's able to hold on, then maybe that extra economy could start to kick in a little bit for him. And both of these guys' mains about to be mined out, so they're absolute necessities at this point. Looks like Matty getting sieged up first there. Great little maneuver here from Matty, getting his Marines away from the tanks. Looks like he should be able to take out quite a few of Zabro's tanks here. But all of his Marines do go down. Now it's tank wars yet again. And here comes your tanks. Looks like these guys are probably going to get killed. Oh, great pickup. I take it back. Matty picking those guys up there very, very quickly with his medevacs. And going to be flying them back to safety. Matty's still ahead in the supply count here. Not by tons, but Zabro does need to be careful about that unit production. Looks as though Matty's got it well under control. Producing like crazy at this point. And checking in on that units tab. Whoops, we were there. 70 SCVs for Zabro, 67 for Matty, so not much difference at all. And we've got another push coming out from Matty. Good scan going down is going to reveal these guys out on the high ground. Stimming forward. Tanks not sieged up. Brutal, brutal, brutal. That allowed Matty the opportunity to get these Marines into position. Picking up a whole bunch of them is going to drop these guys almost. There's too many Marines here for defense at this point. Maybe try from a different angle. I'm not sure. But it is kind of tank wars here for just a few moments. Oh my goodness. Zabro in pretty nice position up here on the high ground though. He's got a good bunch of tanks. How many has he got under there? Looks like just the 7 tanks. 9 tanks total when you bring in this guy over here. +2 already complete here. +3 on the way for both of these individuals. Looks like Matty a little bit behind there. Zabro will beat him to the punch. But Matty going to take this opportunity to skirt this position and try and find a different angle of attack. Tank sieging up there fairly quickly, but it looks like Zabro will get the better position here. Nicely done. Zabro now ahead in the supply count for the first time in a little while. Should be able to take those guys out there fairly quickly. And Matty going to have to back out. Looks like we're going to have a slight bit of counterattack deal going down. Was scouted, however, by Zabro. He was holding that tower the entire time. But here comes the Marines nonetheless. Be cruising in, taking out a bunch of these mining SCVs. Smart little deal. Trying to come back here. I think Matty at this point feels like he's behind, and indeed he is. Look at Zabro's army. Excessively large. Great number of tanks here. Oh, and my goodness, Matty GGing out of that game. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That means that Zabro will be heading into the finals. We'll be taking on UGPSS. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't Alt-Tab. Always ALT-Stracraft. We'll catch you guys in the finals.